Hello, children. I welcome you all to your English class. I hope you all are doing well. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the fourth chapter of your English supplementary reader book, A Pact with the Sun, The Old Clock Shop. In our previous video lessons, we have finished the explanation of the text, and now today for this lesson we are going to write the meanings and question answers of your book, right children? So now you have learned about Ray, you have learned about the two men and how they were in dirt need of money. Okay, there are some words which needs to be written down. Okay, the meanings of some words. So let's get started, children. Word meanings. Number one, Eve. The day or evening the day or evening before a religious festival, before a religious festival, important event, etc. Okay, children. Number two now. Approached. It means come near or nearer to. Number three, mocking. Laughing at someone in an unkind way. Number four, chime. Of bells. Okay, it's about bells only, but here we can see that the ringing of the clock and the watches was said to be chiming. So chime to make a clear ringing sound. Number five, goodwill. A friendly attitude towards other people or cause. Yes, children. Number 6 now. Pawnbroker. A person who lends money in exchange of some valuable possession. Yes, children. So pawnbroker, till here I think it's clear. So you can just take a screenshot. I can move to number 7, 8, 9 and 10 then. Okay, children. Now next one is the 7th word is going to be the second 7th meaning. Number 7, loaned. It's like to lend. Okay. Number 8, exchange. To give something and receive something in return. Number 9, shook. It's the past tense of shake. You know this, right? Past tense of shake. To move something from side to side or up and down. Yes, children, it means what? It means like shaking of your hand sometimes. Timepieces. Clocks and watches. Used to measure time. Okay. So children, yes, it's done. 10 meanings at least we have written. Here are the rest 4. Loaned, to lend. Exchange, to give something and receive something in return. 9, shook, past tense of shake, to move from side to side or up and down. And timepieces, clocks and watches used to measure time. Okay, children? Now we will be moving ahead with the question answers that's in your book. Okay, on page number 14. Get ready, children. We are going to write the question answers now. The first question, children, is what made Ray think that the visitor was not really a shopper? number 1. This exercise is on page number 14. Raise old wise eyes understood that the visitor who arrived at a late hour was not really a shopper. There was no friendliness in the visitor's eyes. Yes. Now number 2, second answer. Let's read the question first. Why do you think he had come to the shop? The visitor had not come to the shop to buy anything. Perhaps his intention is the motive, purpose. Perhaps his intention was to loot the owner of his cash. He was in need of money. Number 3 now. Let's read the third question. How did Ray communicate with him? Okay, we know that Ray was deaf and dumb. So Ray could neither speak nor hear. So he communicated with his customer by writing messages on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on paper. Yes, children, so we are done with first, second, and third answer. Let me read the first one for you. Ray's old wise eyes understood that the visitor who arrived at a late hour was not really a shopper. There was no friendliness in the visitor's eyes. The visitor had not come to the shop to buy anything. Perhaps his intention was to loot the owner of his cash. He was in need of money. And the third one, Ray could neither speak or write, so he communicated with his customer by writing messages on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on paper. Yes, children? So now let's move to the fourth question and answer. Number 4. What do you think the man said to his friend who waited at the door? So what did he say? What do you feel he said? The older man pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. And shook his head from side to side. Thus he conveyed to his younger companion that the shop's owner could neither hear nor speak. Could neither hear nor speak. Number 5 now. Ray was not a pawnbroker. Why then did he lend money to people in exchange for their old watches and clocks? Ray was not a pawnbroker. I have already told you children what is a pawnbroker, who is a pawnbroker. So Ray was not a pawnbroker, a person who lends money on security of some item but he always helped people in need. That's why he lent money lent money to people in exchange of their old watches and clocks. Yes, children. So number 4 and 5 answers are here. The older man pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. Thus he conveyed to his younger companion that the shop's owner could neither hear nor speak. Ray was not a pawnbroker, a person who lends money on security of some item, but you can just put a comma here, children. Yes, but, and you can start but. But he always helped people in need. That's why he lent money to people in exchange of their old watches and clocks. We are done with 4 and 5. Now moving to 6 and 7. Number 6. The watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. In what sense did it have great powers? Okay. The watch was just ordinary. But it had the power to pull a person out of a bad situation. The older man got the money he needed without hurting Ray. The generous shopkeeper also escaped physical injury. Okay. In this sense, the watch had great powers. Number 7. Do you think the man would ever come back to pick up the watch? Okay. I don't think so. Let's write down. No, it is very unlikely that the older man would ever come back to pick his old watch he had after all got a price higher than the watch was worth for. Okay, so here are the next two answers, 6 and 7. The watch was just ordinary, but it had the power to pull a person out of the bad situation. The older man got the money he needed without hurting Ray. The generous shopkeeper also escaped physical injury. In this sense, the watch had great powers. No, it is very unlikely that the older man would ever come back to pick his old watch. He had, after all, got a price higher than the watch was worth for. Yes, children? So, number 8, now moving to number 8. When did the unfriendly face of the visitor turn truly friendly? Of the visitor turned truly friendly when he got a $50 note for his ordinary watch. He felt obliged and happy. Yes, children, so this is your answer. The unfriendly face of the visitor turned truly friendly when he got a $50 note for his ordinary watch. He felt obliged and happy. Okay, children. So, with this, children, we are done with the question answers that are there in your book, actually, that are there in the exercises. We will be writing the extra questions in our next exercise. Okay, children, we will be finishing this chapter in the next video lesson. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.